It's something ain't right. So, so she like, oh baby, we don't see y'all. So
Yeah, because you know last time it was on private. So make sure
yeah,
you fix that.
yeah, I'm fixing it now. I'm fixing it now.
So nobody can still see you or see you.
Well,
Look at
mine
you.
is on public. I put mine on mine is on public.
And for some reason, I don't know why it does that from, and it only does that from StreamYard. Because when I go live straight from Facebook, it always does. And I guess because it's my personal page, it automatically goes private. But my Instagram page is a business page, so it goes live. So and I just try to but we all live and it's showing and I yeah, I
Let me
see it.
see. All right.
So yeah, I
So
see
what
it.
about the comments?
I don't see any comments though.
All right, let me go. Let me do my little due diligence over here. Here I go.
So I'm about to
So it's business page. So I'm about to it's business page.
Ooh,
I'm about to it's business page. Why are we echoing? You got that turned down?
no
Keisha.
because I'm trying to
Echoing. You got that
Because
turned
Keisha
down?
got a thing on.
mm,
Okay, so I can see that we're live.
all right, and I put hey in it on face from Facebook, and I can see that is saying hey, and it's a
And I
test. Yeah.
put test.
All right. So Tyra, you on there? If you on Facebook, then because I had to go live from Facebook and then so
I'm on
Nicole
YouTube
just
too.
yeah
I'm on both.
and all of them. So anyway, we was just talking, you just giving thoughts on what happened because I think it's something like my anxiety, how I'm feeling about all of that. My anxiety has been like on 3,000 since that happened. Like the first couple of days, I have not even slept because I just have a feeling like this shit is not over. Like this is a continuing thing that's gonna continuously happen. So I mean, like I can really and literally say I'm scared. I'm really afraid because I know for a fact I have a government that's not protecting me. I'm looking at Trump on CNN giving speeches. I'm like, what the hell is this nigga talking about? Like, what is happening here?
I
He
mean,
talking about, and the only thing they're talking about is how they're gonna invade Canada.
Green, yeah, in Greenland.
Like
He want
craziness.
Greenland. Yeah.
Like, is that the biggest thing that we need to be worried about right now when you have several bills that's being passed that's really harming our people? Then I look at the governor and the senator, how they portrayed themselves um on me on the news, on social media, like all of that is I'm worried. I'm really concerned about this.
honestly, you have every right to be scared, especially if it was that close to your neighborhood. That's first in case in point. I think that you have every right to be scared. Unfortunately, I don't think it may be over either. I think it may have just been the beginning of something. Um, I say that because they only caught him and he was killed, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So I mean, but then yeah, exactly like Brian said, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And that's how you have to look at things. It's not your fault, but be alert. You have to be
Hmm.
alert. You have to stay alert. And a lot of people was here visiting the city. They even had one young lady which was 18 years old. And I spare her parent because her parent told her not to come and she still came. And that happened. So she
Hmm.
disobeyed a direct order. And this goes out to all the teens as well and everybody, all the kids. Make sure that y'all listening. If y'all don't do one thing in y'all life, if I could have even did one thing in my life was listen. If I could go back and change anything in my life, I would actually listen. just take the time out to just listen to what people have to say and actually think about what they're telling me and why they're telling it to me. Your
Right.
parents are not just telling you to not go somewhere just because they don't want you to go.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take in consideration what's going on. Our parents have been there, done that. That's the saying, right? Been there,
Yeah.
done that. And if they've been there and done it, they know the ins and outs of the world. We for the kids, they're just learning, right?
Yeah.
They're just learning the world. And if I can go back and change anything, I would. I really would. I would go back and just start listening, because that would have basically stopped me from doing a lot of different things in my life. But like I said, we can't change what happened because it's not our fault.
Right.
But we
Yeah.
can control our listening ears to be able to know what we need to do to move forward.
Well, the problem is mental health is the big problem. Mental health, everybody's struggling with mental health, and the government just thought stepping in to see what's going on with a lot of these people with mental health problems, because it all started with a mental health issue with this man. I mean, he did a very terrible thing, but it all started with mental health. He's ex-army, I'm ex-army, so it's like it's a lot. People need to take heed to that and really start looking. People are going crazy. People are not. They don't see a bright future anymore. Like people don't see, like, once you get in the hole is just getting covered and covered and covered over top. You used to be able to break free of that hole, but it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of going on in mental health nowadays. It's just people
Okay,
not
well let's talk about the
people
mental
don't
health.
see
I
no
mean,
future with them right now.
let's talk about the veterans. Y'all get out of the military and literally have no support. You have no support. Hey, Lisa,
Mhm.
you guys have no support whatsoever when it comes down to you serving your country. Or should I say, after serving your country?
Mm-hmm.
What is there for you guys? Nothing. So if something was to happen, you have no medical, maybe, right? You
Some
have
do, yeah, I got that.
maybe for some of you guys, you do, right?
Mhm.
Um, no money, no income coming in. There's a lot of missing pieces and factors that play a part in a lot of things that goes forward. And especially if you guys have already been to a war, right? Have been to a war. So if you've been to a war and you've came home and there's nothing else for you to do, and they're not supporting what has happened to you, what is left? Nothing but the world.
Mm-hmm.
And now, where do the world fit into your bubble? How does the world fit into your bubble? They don't. So at the same time, like you said, mental health issues play a major part. Don't get me wrong. I'm a PLPC, so I'm
Okay.
with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that 100%. And it does play a major role. Mental health is real, and a lot of people don't want to confess to it. Hell, I suffer with depression.
Yeah. And I was
I
getting ready
suffer
to
with
say that.
anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I didn't know to go and get help, and I didn't know where to go and get help, and even with the insurance today, the insurance is so damn high, you can't even afford it.
Right.
Yes.
So you can have anything that's going on with you and cannot afford the insurance to even be able to go and get the help.
While they're making $1 billion, why is the insurance companies making $1 billion profits?
But
I don't want to,
but
like,
the
how
insurance companies are making millions of dollars off the medication
$1 billion company.
that they're prescribing people, for number one. And then for number two, the diagnoses is not the important thing. It's the call is them pushing the medication on, and half the time it's just like now with the marijuana card. You can call a 1-800 number and make up any type of diagnosis, baby. They're gonna give you, as long as you have the money to pay for that card, they're going to give you that marijuana card, which is just giving a person who lives in a state where marijuana is not illegal to smoke marijuana for false diagnoses. So then you have people that have real diagnoses and real issues, where the insurance companies are out. Like right now, I don't have insurance. I went to Marketplace Like I make a decent income, is okay, but yet and still, the insurance is marketplace insurance, which is supposed to be discounted insurance for people.
It's not. I thought it
But
was.
it's not a discounted
Okay.
insurance.
Not if you're paying $500 a month.
Not
'Cause that's how much I
$500
was
a
paying
month.
at one point. $500. Yes.
79. Look, 100. But even if you're paying a cheap rate,
That was my rate. Cheap. My cheap rate.
the cheap rate. You still, and then with that $500, you still have to pay $45 every time, or $60 every time you go to the doctor to meet your damn deductible.
Right.
So the thing of it is, right now, I have a pains in my back. I keep rescheduling my damn CAT scan because I don't have freaking insurance. And then they told me, okay, well, we're gonna do a payment plan for you. How much is the CAT scan? $4,000, and they gave me $1,000 off. So the discount is three. Now my cost is $5,000 and something dollars. I mean $3,000 and some dollars for a X-ray on my damn leg. So I'm a lower middle class working person. I'm not with the upper middle class. So the thing of it is, now I have to decide on if I'm gonna pay for my health, or if I'm gonna pay for groceries and have something to eat and pay my mortgage and the rest of my bills. So the thing of it is a catch-22, because basically they're really killing us, because if you can't afford to take care of your health care, you're gonna work yourself. The stress alone from you working on a job is steadily increasing your mental health issues, your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your cholesterol, and whatever else you have. So eventually you're gonna die from what? You're either gonna have a stroke.
Ooh, say it ain't so. Yes.
You gonna have something you gonna die from. If it ain't cancer from the constant stress of you, and you not, your body not passing and operating and functioning the way it needs to function, your metabolism not working the way it's supposed to work. Because if you're a working person and you're working all the time, 9 times out of 10, you drinking some kind of Red Bull to keep your ass awake half the time, because you're working double shifts trying to maintain whatever you with your house.
And that's gonna kill you too. That's gonna kill you too. All that's gonna kill you.
Yes.
Yeah, so all of it.
Yeah. So the thing of it is like,
you damn if you do, and you're damn if you don't.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So the thing of it is like, so I can see how this guy, how his mental health could get out of control, because first of all, we don't know what the veteran services look like in Texas. We don't know what that looks like. But we know what it looks like in Louisiana for free health care. You're gonna be.
I don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify what he did. He still did some fucked up ass shit. Don't get me wrong. What he did, because I got issues too, but I ain't gonna kill no damn body. So
but
what he did was fucked up.
You just one of you just part of the 1%ers that have issues that can maintain.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to, because what he did was wrong as hell. Like, nah, you take yourself out. You did, but like the other guy, the other veteran, he was still in the military. He went and blew up his thing by Trump Towers in Vegas. He's another army in the army. So it's mental health is but still wrong. It's still
we not excusing.
Conduct yourself how you're supposed to conduct yourself. Right.
We as mental health professionals, that behavior is not excused, because you're still responsible for your actions. But the thing of it is like, if you don't have proper resources in place for people with severe diagnoses, just like I remember one time before, they had a young guy, he was arrested or killed by the police, NOPD, because they were not properly trained to deal with people with mental health issues. And all the while, the guy was schizophrenic or something like that.
Say something. If somebody's having a mental issue, do not call the police.
No, you can't call the police, because they're not trained to de-escalate the situation.
They're not there to help that person.
No, they're not trained to de-escalate the
Yes,
issue.
if he's
They're
black
not
for
trained.
sure, do not call the police for that man.
Right.
It's not going to turn out right. It's not going to turn out how it should turn out because we're already a threat already to a police officer. So
Right.
do not call a police officer for anybody with a mental issue because it's not going to turn out right if he's your family member.
I mean,
Don't
you
do
may
it.
have some people that may be in a force that may be trained. I'm not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna stress that.
Okay.
And we don't want to stress that. But I feel what you're saying. However, you do want to call somebody that is professionally trained to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
And that's what we want to see. We want to see the situation de-escalated properly and not escalated to a
Right.
fact where this person becomes deceased.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's a matter of, and I'm not going to, like I said before, I'm not excusing his actions, but the resources are just not there for us, for people of color, period. Because even when you go to court, like I worked in a court, like I worked in juvenile court, I had to ask them, why I don't ever see any white kids in here? I had to ask that question because I know our little kids bad, but I know the white children commit crimes too. So I want to know, why is it that only our kids are in juvenile court and facing the judge with public defenders? So someone told me, well, because they don't have public defenders. Okay, so is this the court where only public defenders defend people? Because
well, before it gets to that part, they already know to negotiate with the DA, say how they white kid ain't gonna do nothing else wrong. It's just different justice system for blacks and whites. I mean, especially for a young child, they go meet with the DA before all that. They don't go to the court part. They meet with the DA. They work out all that before they even go to court. They don't go to court. That's all worked out there beforehand.
Yeah.
When you got a lawyer, when you get a lawyer.
Yeah, and that's what somebody told me. Oh, they don't go here. They go to I forgot the name of the court that they go to, but they don't get to go through that process.
No.
They have a whole different process when you have a paid attorney.
Right.
So I like I said, I don't understand. Like, we have leadership in place. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the press conference on New Year's Eve on January the 1st.
No, I was sick with the flu.
Yeah. So we can't, the girl, yes. And so January the 1st, you had your governor, you had your senator, you had your mayor, you had the FBI, who was African American female. You had, so the thing of it is, you got a senator and a governor who look like all they do is spit tobacco juice all day. Then you got this race. I mean, it's just blatant. Like, it just amazes me how Louisiana could vote in these racist ass people that.
Because we don't go vote. We could have got that black man in, but we don't go vote. That's our fault. I vote for everything, but not enough of us went voted to get that black man in. Now, I will say one thing: that black man should have said the truth. Like, he's racist. Y'all vote. He should have said the key words to get people. But he's trying to be on both. He's trying to play both sides of the fence. So they're saying, no, y'all need to goddamn vote because that man racist.
And you have to make sure that you're voting for the right candidate, regardless of, what it is.
But I'm
just saying up front.
That governor racist.
I understand what you're saying, but we also got to make sure we're looking at the candidacies. We got to make sure, regardless of what's going on in the world, how is this person is going to benefit us to our fullest.
Right.
Benefit us.
That's what I said. Right. Us. And I mean us. You know what I'm saying? To the fullest. So we got to look at all factors across the board when it comes down to.
But even that part, people voted for Trump. Who the hell thought Trump was that their best interest in mind? Like, I finally got off that kick, but Like, really, who thought he had the best interest in mind? Like, I don't get that. Like, that's crazy.
Well,
to me
in the
that-
beginning, as Trump being a businessman, this is for the first go round. As Trump being a businessman,
But they all failed. He has no good. He has no.
no. I'm saying in the beginning, the first go round, not the second go round.
But
The first go round.
But the
What
first,
happened?
but he was already a failed businessman. Then he was already he has been in bankruptcy court. He's not a good business person. He's really not a good. But he had the image he was. But he's not a was,
right.
If
Right,
you,
but I was just trying to tell you what happened the first go round.
Nobody
That's
fact
what
checks
happened.
anything. Nobody
But now
fact checks
this
shit.
time, everybody who did that need their ass whipped.
They need maybe they need to be beat with a
They
wire,
need
a
their
wet
ass whipped. All
wire.
of them need to line up and get their ass whipped, just like they ran into that courthouse that time. They need to get their ass whipped.
But it was a lot of us that voted
Yes.
for Trump.
I
There
said
was a lot of
everybody. I'm
Yeah.
not excluding nobody. I said everybody who went and did that need their ass whipped. The only thing and Trump, I'm telling you this, baby. I just want you to save TT. Mama love you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird 4. It's gonna be a weird 4 years though. This is gonna be a weird.
It's gonna be a
4
weird
years.
But you know what?
Oh my God!
It
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
gonna be
matter
weird.
because us as Black folks who was raised in poverty, we know how to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah,
We know how to eat fish and bread. We know how to take
But
them
in
potatoes. We know how to take them potatoes and make them stretch. We know how to eat spaghettis. We know how to cook red beans. We know how to make those meals that last.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We know how to cook cabbage, all that stuff that comes from the poverty part of the family. We know how to do all of that. So guess what? We know how poverty goes. We know how to go and connect our lights with an extension cord to our next door neighbor. We also know how to go and take the hose pipe and say, I need some water to go and put it in a tub and then boil some more water for whatever we need to cook, right? Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
We know how to even use one hot plate if that's all we have to use.
If that's all we had, baby.
Okay, come on, we know how to do it.
I know how to do. Look, I tell it all myself, but I
Nah,
know how to have
but the other
electricity because I'm gonna run that. I'm going over there and knock on my neighbor door and say, "Can I use this extension cord so I can
Thank
plug this up?"
Okay, now for them other people who not used to that, who had them silver spoons and them gold spoons and them platinum spoons, they gonna struggle, baby.
Now, Brian said he knows how to stimulate the rich and wealthy money, and the capitalism is a capitalism society, which it is. But what some people need to realize, if you're not rich, you're with us.
You have to be part of the 1%ers, regardless of how you.
If you're not rich,
if you're not part of the 1%ers, then it's not supporting you. Point blank.
But a lot of people think just because of certain things in their life, that they're part of that 1%. Like, no, they're not.
No,
they're not part of it.
They're not.
But it was all set up back in slavery times to make them feel that way, though. It was all set up that if you was white, any kind of white, you were above black. And that's the image they have all their life, that anything white is above black.
No,
so,
and it doesn't work like that. You have to be part of that 1%er. You have to be a part of that 1%er. And there are a lot of black people that's part of the 1%ers. There are a lot of Mexicans that's part of the 1%ers.
Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot of different ethnic groups that is part of the 1%ers. But those who went voted for him are not the ones that are part of the 1%ers.
Right.
Even the 1%ers did not want him in office.
But the thing is, even with this,
even with what Brian's saying, they didn't want him in office. Yes, he does know, and that was why they were going to vote. That was why they voted for him the first time. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. That was why they voted for him the first time.
But the most I've heard our people say when they ask them why did they vote for Trump, I've heard like on different social media platforms, and they end up doing these interviews. Why did you vote for Trump? And someone said because his views align with theirs. And the guy said, "Well, what views?" It was a female, and the guy said, "Well, what views does Trump have that align with yours?" And the only thing that she could say is, "Well, he gave us a stimulus check." But their dumbasses, what they don't know is The stimulus check was done by the Obama administration. That was done by the Democrats. So by the time Trump got into office, they had already signed that bill to give us a stimulus check. So you think they're getting a stimulus check while Trump in office? And for the Hispanic people, and I'm not trying to sound prejudiced, y'all dumbasses went out there and voted for this man, and then now, and especially since this terrorist attack, because what I did see him say is the immigrant went and bombed New Orleans, and now I want to send all of them back to where
But
they.
he was an immigrant though. That's kind of.
He was an immigrant.
He was not an immigrant. He was an immigrant.
He won us.
Yeah, he was not an immigrant, so that was kind of double.
He just changed his name. He just changed his name. But you vote for me. For me, if I see if I have a candidate, I'm going to a rally, and the speaker get up and say and call my people, black people, a bunch of trash. You think black people gonna vote for that fool?
I mean,
they did.
Well, I mean, you got to. That's what I'm saying. You have to look at. You have to look at the pros and the cons when it comes down to the candidates, and what are they offering? What can they actually do? And the things that they're pushing for. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. And when you know that he has a vision for certain things, like, and I'm gonna use it. Who was it? John Legend, I think it was. John Legend. He was all gung ho for Trump at one point.
Really?
And a lot of them, because they're part of that 1%. They're any person who has money and wealth, right? Any person who has money and wealth or own businesses, they're always ready and gung ho for him, because of the fact of their taxes and their what branches it put them in, right?
Right. But wait, I want to say something right fast.
Go ahead.
America need to realize also that America can't survive just off the middle class money. See, right now America's just surviving off middle class pays for everything. The rich don't pay for nothing, the poor don't pay for anything. Middle class pays for everything in America. And that's not sustainable for America to keep surviving. The rich got to start paying something. They can't just do their donations, their charity and all that. They need to start paying taxes too, because the fact is it can't survive just off the middle class money. We don't, all the ones getting taxed is us. The middle class is getting taxed to debt, but it won't keep sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It can't keep going like that. But go ahead, finish. That part kills me. Like, it can't survive.
So Mary is saying, unfortunately, people did not make informed decisions. Many people had a problem with a strong woman, regardless of race, and that's the truth. That was the number one issue.
I agree with that.
Them not voting for Kamala.
I agree with that 100%.
And not being sexist in anything.
100%.
Stop the pantsuits, ladies.
And the thing about that, most importantly, is women get everything done. I'm not saying that a man can't get nothing done, but women get everything done. They will do a check off list and make sure that it's done from head to toe before they walk out the door.
Because you know why? We're used to being in charge. I had a client in group ask me, who do you think is in charge when a president is in office? And he said, do you think Michelle was in charge, or do you think Obama was in charge?
His wife. Let me tell you something. At night, who you think was up? Who you think was up listening to that speech and saying I don't think it should go that way. It should go this way.
Yeah.
No,
and
don't talk about this. Add this to it.
And this I want to
say this like this or say this like that. Come on. So you're not wearing that today. You're gonna wear this. This time I dress you. Come on. Come on, baby. We're gonna make all the decisions. No, this tie don't go with that, and them shoes don't go with that, and you're gonna put this belt on with that.
On down to the shoes, on down to the haircut, on down to the walk.
And if we could have got away with it, we'd have had a pimp hat on too. Okay.
Yes. So
Trump still has not outlined his. He don't have one.
He don't have
a backbone to do that.
His agenda is to take over Greenland and
To
mess
take
with his,
over he
it
Canada.
was
He trying to take over Canada. That's
yeah,
his agenda, and to take
and,
and to send
and get
everybody who Mexican back to Mexico, that they gonna make the port of what
It's
America.
to build a wall like China.
That's his agenda. This man has been babbling on like every time he gets on a platform, and but really and truly, my concern is he's not really in charge. Is this what's this guy name who owns
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk
Elon
is
Musk.
in charge. Elon Musk is trying to shut the whole Senate down. You know what I mean? He was trying, like if he would have shut the House down and shut the government down, like I have concerns about that, because like my sister travels back and forth on, like she goes on, like she's traveling all around the world on different, she's a traveling nurse. So when she's out of town, that means that if they shut down the government, she's stuck wherever she is until the government decides they want to open up again. So I'm just not understanding why would we vote for someone like that. It's just Gulf of America. That was so funny to me. I'm like, he said we're gonna name it the Gulf of America, and then you have this lady. I don't know if y'all saw where
My balls.
where the governor, one of the senators was sworn in by by what's her name, with by Kamala.
Me on let me see. I don't know what she texted me on.
And her husband wouldn't shake Kamala's hand. Did you see that?
No, say that again. I'm sorry.
I said one of the governors, she was sworn in or something, and her husband, I can't think of the lady's name right now. And her husband did, she was taking an oath, and by Kamala being the president, the vice president, of course, she's the president of the Senate. So she went to shake the guy's hand, and he did her like, no, thank you. And she was like, oh, okay. She handled it with grace,
Right.
But to have this blatant racism in America is just, I'm not understanding where we are. Like, we've come so far as a people, and then we're going 1,000 years backwards because our history has been erased. Our history is not taught to our kids. And I think I mentioned this before one time when I was on and talked about how we had leadership in our communities that would educate us about our community, our Black leaders, and who they were and what our purpose was in society. We don't have that anymore.
I think the purpose of this whole campaign this year was to kind of make sure that we go back. I think that was the whole purpose. It was the purpose of trying to make us go back into those days.
Their slogan is to make America great again. That's when that's the whole idea. Make America great is when they were on top and we're on the bottom. That's the whole slogan, is that make America great again. That's the whole meaning about the slogan. If you're still waiting on politicians and government to implement things to us be better, we're in more trouble than I believe. I mean, not that part.
Well, no, I don't think we're waiting. I mean, I hope nobody's waiting for that. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, what politicians and governments stand and how everything is going pretty much is downhill.
Now the game is rigged against us, but we still got to play the game until we change the game. So
you always have to play the game, regardless.
And until we change the game.
Brian, I am not waiting on the government.
The thing about it, the thing about changing the game, you have to be in the game to change it.
Oh, you can just destroy it.
Everybody's not playing.
But people need to. Something needs to stop. Really, we need a revolution. We need to blow it all up.
Everybody's not playing. Everybody's not playing. Everybody's not playing. Everybody's not aware that a game is going on, and everybody don't know how to play it.
I think right now we're as African Americans, we need to educate ourselves on how to be financially responsible, make the money that where it needs to be made. Any kind of, you need to have multiple streams of income,
I agree.
because if you don't have multiple streams of income, you will not survive.
Even making the money, I make good money. We make good money. But the money we make still is not making what it made back in the days. The money ain't right. The math ain't mathing all the time.
No, not when eggs is $10. A dozen of eggs almost $8.
The amount of money we make
half the time.
The amount of money we make, we should be delivering laws so much higher. But we're
well,
good.
That's because a lot of us, first and foremost, we don't know what to do with money.
I do.
And like Mary
said, you're part of the 1%ers.
We are. And Mary
a lot of us don't know what to do with money. We think we get $1, we spend $2.
Yeah.
And I say that with good, not with good intentions. I say that because you're spending money before you even get it. So when you get $1, you're spending $2. Okay. But I think it's not right. At least if you're going to have a job and go get your side hustle that's going to get you financially stable. Meaning that side hustle should be something that's going to be able to be put into some type of security fund, some type of investment. Only people go get side hustles to buy shoes, purses, and other bullshit.
No, and travel.
Right.
Yeah,
but if you want to get a side hustle, get a side hustle that you can invest your money.
Absolutely.
And that's what your side hustle should be for only. That way you're making money while you sleeping.
Exactly. Because that full-time job that you're working every day, that 9 to 5, that job right, that money is already spent before you even get it, because that's your job that's paying your mortgage, your light bill, your cell phone bill is almost $300 goddamn dollars a month. If you got more, and mine $100 and some dollars, I don't even know why. But the thing is, you have a primary employment that's supposed to offer you benefits. Then you have to have your own shit going on that where you can make, and you have to be making at least $2,000 or $3,000 extra at least a month to sustain and to have a profitable lifestyle. Because
right. Whatever that look like for you.
Yeah. So it's so it's like I see people like my kids, and I always say they tight. They hold on. They know how to hold on to money. Me, I was never taught that. I'm gonna pay my bills, but what I'm learning is I'm not gonna be broke. And if I am broke, I'm gonna be a happy broke person. If I'm broke.
I do have a shopping addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Oh, it's not. It's not. But that's only when I'm depressed.
Yes.
But I do agree with what Mary said about opening a book and reading and educating yourself. Everybody needs to always remain coachable and teachable and knowledgeable. And anything that you have to give, anything that you have learned, always be willing to share it. Because once you've learned it, you have done you have done your due diligence. Pass it on. And Lisa, so real. What do you do about begging kids? You teach them the art of money.
Mm-hmm.
The art of no. The art of no is a good thing too.
It's a very
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The art of no. The art of no.
No.
My kids always ask for money, and the first thing I say is no. I've learned to walk around just saying no in so many different ways. No.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
so
okay
when it comes, I automatically could just say no. But they say you always say no. You don't ever have no money. I say I don't have no money for you.
Mm-hmm.
My answer is no to you. My money is my money that I work for. So whatever you want to do with your money when you work for it, that's on you.
There
But
you
mine
go.
is mine.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, and I've learned to be very selfish, and I mean, my motto is fuck them kids at a certain point. I even tell that to my clients when they coming in complaining to me about them kids. I say, you know, it's okay to say fuck them kids, right? Fuck them kids, especially if they're grown, they're able-bodied to work, they're able-bodied to take care of themselves. Because after all, I have given everything that I could give. I have given you 20 years of life twice.
Yep, your life and mine.
I have nothing else to give. You know what I mean? It's time for me, baby. It's time for me to enjoy myself, to do the things that I need to do. And the only thing that I can do is pass on to them is giving them the advice of adulthood, of voting right, making right decisions when it comes down to politics, making sure that you're voting in things that support your community. Those are the things that I can only offer you at this time is guidance as far as being an adult. Because after that, I don't have no money to give you. I don't even like that word borrow. I don't have nothing to borrow. Don't come asking me to borrow shit.
Don't ask me to borrow nothing. I don't want you to borrow because my kids borrow and I'll never get it back. So don't ask me to borrow. I don't have it. I'm sorry.
One of my best things my mama taught me was told me no to something. I'm like, huh? And let me realize that no, get it on your own. And that was the best. From then, I'm like, you know what? Get it on your own. And that's the best that she told me, to get it on your own. Like, no, I can't do that for you.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
like, no, like, you're telling me no? Like, no, I can't do it. Get it. I'm like, well, damn. And
the only thing I'm struggling with now is getting kids out of my house. That is the only thing. You know, and because of society, and I'm making this excuse up, I'm honestly making this excuse up, you guys. Because of society, I don't want my children to sleep in their cars or go stay with somebody, or but I need them to get out. I really do. I need them to get out.
They don't go anywhere. They don't go any damn where. It's just like they don't go nowhere. They're just here forever. But my daughter gave me a speech today, and she said, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm not going to be in your house. I'm going to move out of town eventually.
Oh, well, mine said, I ain't going nowhere.
So
I ain't going nowhere. I don't care what you do. You can call the police. They're going to laugh at you.
As long as you provide a comfortable environment, they will be there. See,
so I was ready to put the boxing gloves on, put some Vaseline on, put my tennis on. And I was like, what you just said? Let's go. Because, baby, you can't be talking to me. Talk about you ain't going nowhere. We're going to have to pack your shit up and get the hell out. Yeah. You got to go somewhere.
She ain't going nowhere. She not going.
No, it's a he. He got
he ain't going nowhere. He not.
He ain't going nowhere. He all right. He chilling.
No, he can't be chilling too long. He got his family, his dog, everything. He gotta go.
He chilling.
You gotta go.
The whole family.
The whole family.
The bills.
Everybody got to go.
He got food. He got life. That man said, "That's life right here. He living life." I don't blame him. Wish I could move back home. He living life right now.
Shit. Maybe I need to come move in my damn office and turn every goddamn thing on.
I say that all the time.
There you go.
I'm gonna rent an apartment and leave them the house because that's all I can do. I mean,
my house is paid for. I don't want to go back and my house be destroyed. I come back and them up like a burn to the ground. Then what I'ma have? I gotta still compare on a damn hotel or an apartment, but I ain't got nothing to pay over here. Come on.
And so, well, y'all, let's be winding down, and it's 7:58 for the peoples out there because I have a lot of people that tune in after the fact. Because, this is our first time coming back. I want y'all to continue to join us on Wind Down Wednesday with Keisha, where we have real conversations about real things. And sometimes we may talk about things that your mama should have told your ass, but she didn't. But we're going to discuss it here on this Wind Down Wednesday.
That part.
Well, we invite you to come on in and and engage with us and have conversations with us, and don't forget your nice glass of wine if you're winding down, and if you don't drink, you could do a mocktail, you could anything you're drinking, and don't
Water with
forget
lemon.
with
Well,
water
water
with
makes
lemon
it
if you
Water with
prefer,
if you're under the
lemon.
weather.
but I prefer alcohol
Water with lemon.
as my drink.
Yeah.
And today's wine was 19 Crimes. And, I brought that on before. It's a Snoop Dogg wine. That wine is very good, too. It's a cheap wine, y'all, but it's very, very good. I don't know what Snoop Dogg put in it, but y'all know, if you know Snoop Dogg, he got some little ingredients in
He
there.
put his foot in it.
He put his foot in it. So
With that
it's a
weed
very
in it.
good
He
wine.
got his weed called.
That part. He got little sprinkles in there. Little
you
sprinkles.
go.
Little sprinkles.
Yeah. And and I just wanna, that's continue to pray for the families that lost
Yes.
their loved ones, and
It's not my
pray,
life.
and just continuously pray for our leadership, because Lord knows, baby, after I saw them tobacco eating ass fools on the news media, we need prayers. And you know what, y'all asses do need to be beat for this shit, because I can't believe that I have to endure such a government. So and
These 4 years gonna be this gonna be funny 4 years though. It's gonna be some these 4 years gonna be
baby, we gonna have COVID again. I've been having I had the flu.
I don't want no
COVID
damn
part two.
COVID. What the hell they gonna do? I have an upper respiratory issue. I have asthma. I don't want no goddamn COVID. You know, I was house what y'all call it? In my house for the whole damn time. I had to
Quarantine.
put a refrigerator, a microwave, and everything in my room. I could not go outside of my room. I was quarantined the whole time, and nobody could come to me. The children, the grandchildren, nobody.
They got a new something out there, because
Yeah.
I've been sick. I got the flu or whatever the hell.
The bird's flu, because that's what I had. The bird's flu.
Like a week before Christmas.
And I was sick for Christmas.
I'm still congested. My nose still running. I mean, I can't get rid of it. And then last Friday, it's tried to come back again. I said, oh, no, Lord, let me give me some NyQuil. So this is going to be it is going to be a weird 4 years. And all I can say is, don't y'all asses go in Walmart and Sam's and buy up every goddamn thing.
Why they bought on the toilet tissue? That made no sense. Why they bought on that made no sense to me.
This is her live. This is not my live. This is actually her live, and she does this live every Wednesday for 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, Wind Down Wednesday with Keisha, 7 p.m.
I'm gonna eat my yakimine.
Yes, join us. And Kevin's gonna teach us how to make yakimine next Wednesday.
Good night.
So good night, good peoples, and remember to tune in.
There he goes.
He cooking, girl. Okay. He cooking. So remember to join me on KPR Productions on KPR Productions LLC on Instagram and Facebook, and you can catch me on YouTube. I need at least 50 people to go live, so come on, I have like 30 people now. Or true say I don't.
I am live now, and I don't have that many people. I'm actually live now. I told you to get that, but we're gonna talk about that another time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But you can catch me on YouTube, KPR, at KPR. And whenever we figure out whatever TikTok doing, I may get on TikTok. So I was gonna do that. But y'all continue to join us. I'm back, y'all, and I expect to get the views and the followers. And this year is gonna be a different year. We have some different things coming up. We're gonna actually be going to some wine tastings to do some lives there. But in the meantime, you can catch us on StreamYard, having fun and just enjoying each other and having conversations. So peace and love. Good night. Girl. So I think this was better.
Oh, that's good. Now you can, like I told you, you can go live. But are you going from your computer or are you going from your phone?
Well, I'm on my computer, so I've
Oh,
been
so
doing.
yeah, so all you got to do now is just link your destination for your YouTube.
Yeah,
I love your background, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's so cute. Yes,
It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I just thought
yes, it's
it was
so beautiful. Yes.
yes.
Kevin said, where my damn background at? I'm mad.
Tell him I'm sorry, but it is not free 99. I charge for those.
He said, where my damn background at? He said, no, ma'am.
I charge for those. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Tell him I will give him one if he need one, but it's a fee.
Yes, it is very cute. Everybody agreed that this was the one. So, girl, did we still lie?
Oh.
Lisa.
She said, "That make me a background."
Make me a background. Well, we do. I guess
it's gonna be all right, girl. You know I got you.
Yeah. So why it didn't go off, girl? What is doing? You like it, sis, girl? This background is fire, right?
Oh wow.